Okay, so I'm here with Mo. We're here at London Luton Airport. We were just talking about this great example of data display. Nice clean data display that's just flashed up and on the screen. So Mo, what do you like about this data display?
I love it. It's clear, simple, different colors, visibility is good, modern.
Yeah. Could say it's clean and slick, we might say.
Yeah, absolutely. Clean, slick, nothing in the background, bold writing. I can tell exactly where my baggage is going. It's very simplistic.
Perfect. I think it's a nice data display, but what's interesting, thinking from the Excel point of view, is there's no grid lines on there. Did you notice that? There's no actual grid lines on there.
Yeah, I do now. I do actually notice that right now. It's completely
because
clear.
we don't need the grid lines to help people understand data, and we can switch them off in Excel, of course, using the Alt-WVG shortcut.
Alt-WVG.
Do you always need grid lines in your spreadsheet? Now, typically, when we think about a spreadsheet, we think of grid lines. It gives us that kind of layout that we associate with spreadsheets. But for some slick presentation, if you want to make things easy to understand for your customer, you probably don't need grid lines. And actually removing the grid lines can improve readability. We can move down columns quicker without grid lines. We can certainly move across a table using our eyes more efficiently without the vertical grid lines. Now, there's other ways to kind of create that sense of separation without using the grid lines. For example, you could have color to create the sense of separation. You could have little blocks of color to create that sense of separation, different colored fonts to create that sense of separation. Now, I'd love to be able to show you an example of this, but I can't currently see one. Anyway, give it a try. Good luck. Just wanted to tell you about the Spreadsheet Skunkworks chess challenge. It's a chess challenge, and you might be thinking, but I don't like chess. Don't worry about chess. This is a great, fun and practical way to learn VBA and to get into computer programming. Now, let me show you the kind of thing we're doing here. So this is just Excel. Yeah, this is a spreadsheet file. And I've got some cells here that are formatted with white and blue. Then I've got some shapes here. These shapes represent the pieces, and we're in the process of programming Excel to understand how these pieces can move and eventually to play chess. So I can just click on these pieces now and I can see the possible moves. Clicking on the rook here, clicking on the knight here, and yeah. So this is what we're doing in the chess series. It's a real fun way to learn VBA. Head to the YouTube channel, head to the website. You can find everything written up there. See you there. So what would you like to see a video on about Excel VBA? What are you interested in? What kind of video series would you like to see? Now, on the YouTube channel, Tiger Spreadsheet Solutions on YouTube, we've got about 160 videos there. Most of those videos I've made as a result of a viewer request. And every now and again, I put a poll online and ask people, what do you want to learn about? And I put 5 options here. We've got user forms for intermediates, dashboards for beginners, cool Excel formatting, a guide to the VBA editor, and the real world VBA task season 2. We're working through season 1 at the moment. So head over to the YouTube channel and participate in that poll. You can also leave a comment if there's something there that's kind of not listed that you'd like to see. I'd love for you to be part of our little YouTube community. So I'll see you over there. Now, in the last strategy video, I was talking about distinctiveness, which I think is the most important concept in business strategy. And in order to retain the company's distinctiveness, I don't watch any competitor YouTube videos. And that was the original question. Do you watch any of your competitors' YouTube videos? I don't, to retain distinctiveness. Now, there was a bit of a discussion about this, and Dustin came back to me and said, well, if you don't watch your competitor stuff, how do you know if you're unique? Which is a very good point. And what I'd say to that is, if we kind of take it back to the beginning, business is about meeting an unmet need. It's about meeting an unmet human need. Now, if that's your perspective on business, then you're going to be able to avoid the competition, because if there is competition, that need would already be met. So if you're really customer focused from the beginning, trying to find the unmet need, then you should be able to find a good space for you to start a business. Now, what can road signs tell us about computer programming? Well, I'm by a road here in the UK, and we've got this sign here, which is the national speed limit road sign. So I've got a question for you. Why don't they just write the speed limit, which is 70 miles an hour in the UK, why don't they just write 70 on the sign? Well, they don't do that because if the regulations were to change and the speed limit were to change, then they'd have to go around all the country changing all of the signs, and that would clearly take a very long time. So the sign stores a bit of information, and it means that we don't have to change lots of things. That is exactly what a variable does in computer programming. It means that we don't have to go through a whole program or go through a whole spreadsheet and change a specific number. It stores a number for us. We can change that number, and then it's changed through the whole program, just like one of these road signs. The question this morning is, what's wrong with business education? What's wrong with business education? Now, that's kind of a loaded question. I'm asking you to tell me what's bad about it, but maybe you can kind of help me and tell me what's good about it, because I see a big gap here, and for me it's not right. It's even a little bit unfair. So what do I mean? Well, where do you go if you want to skill up, get better at your job, you want to learn some new technical skills? What are your options? Well, you might have some in-house training options, and they can be kind of variable in quality. I always like asking people about in-house training, and some is very good, some is not so good. And then at the top end, you could go and do an MBA, but that costs several £1,000s, up to £50,000 or more. So what do people do? And there's a few online options, Udemy, things like that, but to me it seems very difficult. If I want to get fit, it's very easy for me to join a gym, get some good advice, get a personal trainer, whatever. What do you do when you need business education? Looking forward to your responses.